Francesco Abbruzzino with the Scoop News. Tourism revenue has dropped the third consecutive month, but it is not because of red tide, or at least that's what the Visit Sarasota County is trying to sell us on. I don't know if you want to believe Virginia or not. That's up to you. But basically, the numbers are showing the devastating impact that red tide has had on the community. Now, she says that it's not just red tide in itself, it's that there's extra rooms out there. Not buying what you sell in Virginia. So the bed tax collection for Sarasota for October showed that the county collected about $1 million. That's a 12% drop from this time last year. It fell by 31% in September and 20% in August. And you're probably seeing that on the streets. You're probably feeling it at the restaurants. You're probably seeing it at the hotels. Usually by this time, we're probably in the 93% occupied rate, if not higher. We're not seeing it. Now, this is a good indicator of the health of the economy and the tourism. It also pays for a shitload of stuff. That tourism money is what pays for, we just gave $20 million to what? The stadium for the Orioles. We gave $20 million to the Atlanta Braves for their stadium. $20 million, and I'm just throwing $20 million out there. I don't know the specifics. I know they were up there, but to Moat for their little endeavor to build out there Nathan Benderson. So it's a tax. Normally 5% of the charge of the revenue is for short-term revenues that come into the county. They divide that up for beach maintenance and renourishment. So if you're not seeing your beach being taken care of soon, well, that budget's getting hit pretty damn hard, isn't it? How about the renourishment? I know a lot of those people that now like to proclaim that the beach is theirs after the state passed that one law aren't going to be happy that we're not renourishing their backyard if the money isn't there. The Suncoast Aquatic Center over there in Nathan Benderson Park. Promotions. And like I said, the spring training for the sports stadiums and for the arts. Everything's being impacted pretty significantly when you look at those numbers. But again, Virginia Haley over at Visit Sarasota County says the drop is not only indicative of red tide, but of new hotel inventory. It always amazes me when people want to paint a bright picture of a gloomy situation. Visit Florida's done stuff they're trying to, where like Google Maps project that allows Sarasota, Manatee, and other counties that are impacted by red tide to upload new assets to Google Maps and show up-to-date videos that red tide isn't here, it isn't an impact, but overall, what's going to happen? You know, beach maintenance currently gets about 24% of the tourist tax. For renourishment, it gets about 10%. Nature Center gets about 10%. Sports Stadium, 16%. Promotions to try to bring tourism here, 30%. Arts and culture, about 10%. The Suncoast Sanding Festival, Suncoast Crystal Classic International Sand Sculpting, said that traffic was down significantly. I know that's the same case with the festival I was just at. God, what was the name? The boat thing over in Inglewood. They said traffic was down, tourism was down significantly for that event. Rescheduling of events like the Chalk Festival. It's all happening. Mike Rafferty, who's with Venice Tax Watch, CC'd me and he asked, hey, Alec, what are you guys doing? Have you guys prepared? Are you planning? Because we haven't seen anything. I watched the emails. I will listen to the meetings. Same with Venice Tax Watch and a lot of other folks. So what's Sarasota? What's Venice? What's Northport? What are they all doing? Because they have to plan. They may not be getting as much money. Not as much money to continue to promote the city of Venice, the city of Sarasota, all these cities for tourism for next year and for years to come. So it's red. I say it's the red tide impact. I don't buy what Virginia's selling with the extra room theory in there. So are we preparing? And if the politicians would have acted sooner, could it help to negate some of this stuff? We all remember how the county commission, how the city of Venice, primarily Mayor Hawk, was downplaying the whole red tide thing. I think he was off on a cruise in Alaska, saying it's not a big deal, it's nonsense, and all that stuff. Saying he didn't want to act, he didn't want to write our legislators until he had a solution for red tide. I put all those emails on this site. And it's those people, those crony politicians, that are digging us in a bigger mess. that could have maybe not have been as significant. It still would have been significant with red tide. But the politicians and their actions and their responses, their reactions, did not help. All right, it's not. I told you guys, just wait until tourist season comes. It's not going to be pretty, and we're starting to see that and feel it. This has been Francesco Abbruzzino with the Scoop News.